And I am live. Hello, everybody. This is a unexpected, unplanned baking session. Last night I had some calzone craving, so I made a quick dough, which is here. You can't still see it, and I have decided to come live to show you how I make calzone using my pizza dough. If you have been following me for a while, you know I got a dough calculator to determine the amounts and the doses of the dough, and this is exactly what I use today. And I will show you what I got. Here is a very small dough ball. It's just around 80 grams. Oh, hello, there is one person online. Hello. And yeah, I got three of these, actually just two because I baked already the first one, and I will show you the baked good in a while. Right now, I want to show you how I stretch this mini dough ball and how I feel it, and just to show you how you can do something different from pizza by using the very same dough you would use for pizza. Let me flip a little bit this one so you can see. Yeah, now it's nice and centered. So I was telling, this is a 80 grams more or less dough. I will put some flour on top. Oh, by the way, if you join this live, just say hello in the messages so I know I'm not talking with myself. If I know there is somebody with me. And I will start anyway. It's going to be a quick live because, as I said, it was unplanned and I'm starving already. So I just want to. Oh, there is Rick. Hello, Rick. Thank you for joining me. The stretching phase of this dough, of this base for the calzone, will be more or less the same as pizza. We just use our hands. Although in this case, you have my permission to use a rolling pin if you want. There is a very important difference though, because if you watch my videos, you have seen I started from the center of the pizza, from the middle, going outside in order to leave a little bit of the cornicione, the edge all around. In this case, we will do the opposite. I will start from the external part. I hope you can see it well enough. And the plan is to have the external part as thin as possible, because you know that calzone is none other than a folded pizza. So once I will fold the two edges on top of each other, the thickness will be higher. So I want to prevent this thing to stay raw in the oven, to go raw in the oven. So first of all, I squash all the edges all around in a round fashion. You can see it looks like a little hut because here there is like a belly. And only then I will start squashing it in the middle. So basically I want the middle part a little bit thicker because this is going to be, it's going to stay in the oven for around 10 minutes. So I don't want it to blow up. And once you reach this dimension, I can't really measure it, but hello, this is my face. Try and see how big it is. You just shake away the excess of flour because you don't want to. You don't want flour inside your calzone. Now let me get rid of this. Okay, this is already my base right now. I will fill it. I got here some ham, some cheese, some tomato sauce, but feel free to use anything you want because, the beauty of calzone is that everything stays inside. The tastes will become like more intense, in my opinion. So I will start with a little bit of ham. Then some cheese. It's just some cheap cheese I bought at the supermarket, nothing fancy. It's not mozzarella because I think mozzarella is too moist and it will It's a little bit risky because it will soak my calzone in the middle. And since I'm already putting some tomato sauce, which by the way is the very same I would use for a pizza, I don't want to drive too much moisture inside my calzone. This is probably like a teaspoon or so. We need to find the right balance because we don't want this calzone to blow into the oven. Once the filling is here already, you just grab one side and up it goes on top of the other edge. We we squish it, we push it firmly, so the two edges will kind of stick each other's. And as you can see, I can also lift it a little bit, so I leave some kind of headroom if you want. Now, I will show you two calzones today. Two techniques to seal calzone around, which is a very important phase because we want it nice and tight, otherwise it will blow up in the oven. So the very first technique is just using our hands. I hope you can see it nicely, good enough, but I will first fold a little bit on one side, then starting pinching all around like this. By the way, I got a video on calzone on my channel, so if you want to if you want to see more details about how I see calzone, maybe that's the best thing to do, having a look at that calzone, because at that video, sorry, because it's easier to see the details since I got my camera placed on top on my hand, so you will see the details. By the way, here's a nice little calzone. Can you see it? This crimping here is kind of decorative right now, but after the baking, it will not be so decorative anymore because it will puff up. But it seals down the calzone quite nicely. So this is the first way I seal calzone. Let me put it aside. And I will make the second one with you, and I will show you a second way to seal it. Once again, I need some flour. And here's another mini dough. If you are joining me just now, this is the very same dough I use for pizza. Of course, the dough, as you can see, is quite small. It's around 80 grams. Oh, there is another person. Hello from Yuki. Ciao, Jason. Good to see you here. Very, very well. Flour on top of the board and on top of the dough. Once again, we stretch, we push, let's say, all the edges. And then in the middle part is more delicate, and is better to leave it a little bit thicker than the edges. The opposite I do with pizza. You know that the huge cornicione I do on all my pizzas because it's kind of Neapolitan-ish style, if you want. As you can see, it's quite quick and very, very easy. I will use the same fillings because that's what I have in the fridge. But once again, you can put whatever you want inside your calzone. It's just up to you. There is no, how can I say, no rule. Although there is the traditional Neapolitan calzone is made with ricotta, black pepper, and what else? Can't remember if there's a name in English. They call them the ciccioli. I mean, those small pieces of pork meat. This is around 1 generous spoon of tomato sauce. Again, the same I would use for my pizza. And now the delicate part where we close our calzone. Oh, by the way, you can make calzone even deep fried. Today I will make them baked. I have preheated my oven to under 40 degrees, to under 30, to under 40 degrees. It takes around 30 minutes for my oven to reach this temperature. And then you will bake your calzones for around 10 minutes. They are enough. Now, I showed you how I seal it by hand, doing the nice decorative crimping. I suggest scouring the internet and finding this tool, which is mega useful because you just cut around the calzone. But since there is this shape here, this pattern, once you cut, it seals as well the calzone, which is pretty useful. If you can't use it, it's super cheap. I think I bought it for like €1 when I was back in Italy. I mean, if you really can't find it, well, a fork is a good friend because once you push nicely all around the edges of your calzone, you just want to reinforce with your fork all around like this. In a second, I will show it to you closely. Basically, the fork does the job that this little tool would do. I'm sure if you can see, there is a little bit of reflex. By the way, let me put it in my tray. I'm using this small and cheap tray in order to bake my calzones. This is not particular tray; it's just a cheap stuff I bought at around the corner. As I said, into the oven for around 10 minutes, preheated to around 240 degrees. Let me cook them right now, and I will show you in a second the calzone I baked already a few minutes ago. Ooh, sorry, let me set up my timer. Yeah, 10 minutes is like a rule of thumb. If it's 11 minutes or 9 minutes, it doesn't really matter. You need to work out the magic of your oven. And where is my, yeah, here it is. This is the baked one. As you can see, I did the manual crimping all around, but as you can see, it's puffed up quite a lot. So you lose the pattern, so to speak, but the sealing is quite nice. Not perfect because I think you can see here there is a little point where the tomato sauce went out, but it doesn't really matter. Let's cut it. Here it is. I hope you like it. It's still smoking because I baked it like 10 minutes ago. And I think that's it for today. This unexpected live was completely unplanned. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for being here, to the people who kept me company. And stay tuned because on Monday, my latest video will be uploaded on my channel, and there is the easiest pizza dough you can ever make it. No skills are involved. You don't need to knead it. You don't need to be good at stretching. Trust me. Stay tuned. On Monday afternoon, you will see it online on my channel. And Have a nice Saturday. Have a good weekend, actually. And I will see you next time. Ciao.